Breaking right now, the Collin County Sheriff says a shooter is now dead after opening fire at Allen Premium Outlets. Hundreds of shoppers hid or ran. Multiple police agencies are now on the scene. The FBI and ATF are on the way. Thanks for watching WFAA News at 6 on this Saturday, everybody. I'm Teresa Woodard. We want to get right to this breaking news. Allen Premium Outlet Mall is a popular place, especially on a Saturday afternoon. It is on West Stacy Road, just off Highway 75 in Allen. Police do continue to ask everyone to avoid that area. Here is what we know so far. The shooting began around 3:30 this afternoon. The Collin County Sheriff has told WFAA multiple people were shot, including children. The sheriff also tells us the suspected shooter was killed there on the scene. We have crews on the ground right now. Our Tiffany Liu and Stacia Wilson are both covering this breaking story for us. We begin with Stacia. Stacia, we last saw you in the 5 o'clock hour, so what can you tell us now?
We know that police are trying to make an effort to move people out of this area. We're going on a number of hours now. This call first came in around 3:30ish, 3:40 in the afternoon. So people have been evacuated, and even since I checked in with you last, people were still being evacuated from the shopping area. I'm going to go ahead and step aside, give you kind of a close look at what's going on as far as first responders. You can see the crowd has thinned out a little bit. I've heard police ask folks to kind of start walking toward 121. I think they are trying to do their best to start move people out of here. So just going over the facts again, multiple victims, including children, confirmed that they were shot. We do not know the extent of their injuries or how many people were shot. And we got here just before 5 p.m. and witnesses, just talking with them throughout the last hour or so, they reported hearing multiple gunshots. The mall is still on lockdown. As you mentioned, Teresa, they're asking people to stay away from this area. City of Allen posted a public safety alert for this area. Multiple law enforcement agencies, ATF, FBI on your way, like you said, and then you also have Wiley. City of Wiley police are here, as well as, of course, Plano, Frisco, McKinney. We've seen first responders from multiple people being transported in this area, or transporting people from this area. So obviously it's been a joint effort, and it is still very much an active scene. Now I want to go ahead and share with you a couple stories that I heard. We also talked with some people who were inside earlier, and this is what they had to say.
Just loud banging, like a couple of them, and we thought something fell down outside of the store. So I went to go check it out, and it just kept happening. Saw them bouncing off the bricks outside.
I was holding the door open, and I was letting like the customers come inside the store. He pretty much was walking down the sidewalk, and he was just like blazing for the most part, and just shooting his gun.
Inside or outside?
Outside the store. He was walking down the sidewalk towards Fatburger, and he was just shooting his gun everywhere for the most part.
And it's been a trying time for people out here too. Many of them come out looking very emotional at the time. Some of their loved ones were still inside. I think a number of people have been reunited since then, so that is good. I talked with a couple that they told me they were outside Forever 21, which is pretty close to where we are, near the restroom. They said that they were told there was an active shooter here in this area. So they ran inside the restroom. They barricaded the door as best as they possibly could. The gentleman told me he was holding a chair against the door. They also said that at that point they did hear multiple gunshots. And then they heard people screaming and running, and it sounded like a stampede going by the restroom. And they were in there for 20 or 30 minutes before they were finally able to come out. Also, people, when they were evacuated, they were walking across the street with their hands up, which I think is telling of the situation. The fact that, you go to the mall, you're trying to run an errand on a Saturday afternoon, and you end up in a situation where a mall is on lockdown with an active shooter, and you're leaving with your hands up. I mean, it's just been a trying afternoon for the people out here. Teresa?